Hello, my name is Michelle Nazareth and my project is ASD Alert 2, a user-friendly wireless device to help mitigate autistic episodes. So, here's my app that I created this year. I created an app that's able to help mitigate autistic episodes by tracking heart rate and using user-entered information. Here's a version of my device last year. As you can see, it's tethered to a computer and it has a lot of breadboard and wires. So this year I really wanted to improve on this and be able to make it a mobile version where you could take it on the go with you and still have it recording your heart rate and being able to track all these symptoms. So autistic episodes can be triggered by large social interactions, unstructured time, and things like that. And they can be measured using heart rate, which is what I used in my experiment. Currently, there's not that many apps out there to help people with autism today. One of them is Emergency Chat, which is a passive app that records information, but it does not actively track heart rate, which I aim to do in my device. So overall, my app is able to read and track heart rate, graph this data, play music to calm the child down, use user-entered information, and send out in a text to a caretaker in emergency. So my app has three main screens, a reading screen, a customization screen, and a settings screen. The two settings screen and customization screens are mostly for user-entered information to make sure the app is really customized to you. So here in the settings screen, you can enter your name and the emergency numbers that will be used later to send the text out to. The customization screen is more user preferences rather than emergency information, where users can pick the song that they use to calm down, because once again, not everyone can calm down to the same type of music. It depends on the person. Then you have an option to change your heart rate device. Say you have a new heart rate monitor and you don't have to go into the code to change it this way. You can just click and that will scan the area for the available Bluetooth devices, and that's how you can connect to your heart rate monitor. Lastly, this customization screen finds your base heart rate, which is used later in the reading screen to compare your current heart rate to, kind of as a threshold to know when you're going too high and when you're going too low. Lastly, here's the reading screen. This is the main screen out of the whole app and is where all the active processing takes place. So, as you can see, this blue line right here is where your normal heart rate is, and this red line is the threshold for when your heart rate gets too high. The app graphs the data graphs live data, and when the heart rate gets too high, it'll start playing music and send a message out, which will use your name and your current heart rate, saying that you may need assistance, and it'll send to the emergency numbers mentioned earlier.
For me, darling, just dive right in, follow my lead.
I tested my app on my classmates to prove that proof of concept makes sure that all the aspects of my app I wanted to work were working. And I tested it on 14 of my classmates because that's the number of people who returned consent forms to me. So, on 11 out of those 14 classmates, the app worked without issues. And for the 3 that it didn't work on, it was more technical issues. As you can see, the heart rate unclicks pretty easily. So that's why the data wasn't getting sent through. But it did work on 11 out of the 14, where it was able to find the base heart rate, find the time to calm down, play the music, stop the music when it was supposed to, and send out a text emergency information. In the future, I would like to take my device further in a variety of different ways. Number one, I would like to implement galvanic skin response into the sensor, which is basically how much you sweat. And this would provide another biometric to support and really confirm that you are going into an autistic episode. Secondly, I would also like to I would like to take this device to the App Store, as MIT App Inventor, which I coded this on, is only available on Android devices. And to do this, I might have to convert the code, but I really would like to do this. So in conclusion, my app was an effective ASD alert because it met my objective, which was to read and analyze that heart rate data, graph it, play the music, send out a text, and use user-entered information. Thank you.